Question about location, specifically who determines where everyone stands in a political debate. Well, it's determined by polling status, as a matter of fact. Take a look at this video. Herman Cain has risen in the polls, so his podium is now equal to Rick Perry's. Mitt Romney is still the leader, so his podium is dead center. And then there is Rick Santorum and Michelle Bachmann. There are Rick Santorum and Michelle Bachmann, I should say. They are the furthest away from the action. Now, the CNN Western Republican debate is over, and conventional wisdom is that Romney and Perry reestablish themselves as frontrunners. But what about the other candidates? Did anyone else help themselves? Well, while everyone took shots at the frontrunners, Herman Cain's 999 plan remained the topic of conversation.
It raises revenues, and the worst part about it is it's regressive. A lot of people aren't paying any taxes, and I like that. I don't think that we should even things up by raising taxes. So it is a regressive tax, so it's very, very dangerous in that thing, and it will raise more revenues. But the gentleman asked the question, he didn't even ask what we're talking about. He asked the question, what are you going to replace the income tax with? And I say nothing. That's what we should replace it with.
All right, so Ed Espinoza is a Democratic political consultant, and Ron Bonjean is a Republican strategist. Thank you, guys. Ed, you first. Did Cain do a good job of defending his 999 plan?
No, he didn't. He can't defend himself against Republicans. I don't know how he's going to defend himself against Democrats. Ron Paul took him to the woodshed last night. Look, Nevada is one of the most competitive states in the country. And if you can't fight in a primary here, you're not going to fight in a general election here.
Okay, well, you said that Ron Paul took him to the woodshed. There were others that said that Mitt Romney took him to the woodshed as well about his plan. Everyone was beating up on him about this plan.
Yeah, everybody was beating up on Cain, and you know the interesting thing about Cain and a lot of the other also-rans in this race is they've all decided to boycott Nevada. They're not going to compete in the caucuses here. This race is basically down to Romney, Perry, and Ron Paul, at least in Nevada. And yeah. Some people might say that Perry is dead. He might be a zombie candidate, but he can still cause some damage. And I think last night he demonstrated that.
Well, it's interesting because they started with Herman Cain and his 999 plan, but quickly moved on. It became, you know, Perry and Romney again. So, Ron, Cain has benefited from Perry's bad debates, but Perry was better last night. I'm not sure how to qualify it. Was he solid, or was he just his performance better than his last debate?
Well, I think the bar was so low on the other two debates that any type of improvement was a massive improvement. He did very well for his level of performance. I mean, just showing some energy and enthusiasm and engagement, and then to take it to Romney, even though it got personal, it showed that people can't count him out of the debates just yet, of the race just yet. He does have a lot of money, and he's clearly a work in progress, but he has a few weeks now until the next debate to even improve his performance further. But that does hurt Herman Cain. I mean, Herman Cain did suffer from not being able to explain the 999 plan correctly, and then he really didn't engage very effectively later on in the debate. And so he's going to have to be able to explain that plan in the next debate clearly and just pretty much get aggressive.
Yeah. Ed, you know, the last election was really about foreign policy and about terrorism, and if you didn't know the players, if you didn't know your geography, then you were sunk. Bachmann implied that Libya is not in Africa. Is it over for her?
Redirecting that to me, I think that it's been over for Bachmann for a while. You know, she doesn't have a lot of money in the bank. Her numbers haven't been going very well, and that comment doesn't help. The kind of thing that candidates like Bachmann need to do at this point is to not have any unforced error. Unfortunately for her, that was one of them.
Yeah. Ron, last question to you. The primaries and the caucuses before April are no longer winner take all. Does this help, or does it hurt the Republicans?
You know, I think it's a mixed bag. Last time with, you know, Obama and Hillary Clinton's primary, they were able to get their messages out while we already had our front runner, John McCain. This time, we're going to be, you know, working on, you know, the primaries, working on the candidates will be working on their delegate counts, while President Obama is going to be doing clear campaigning. So in a way, it hurts us, but in a way, it can also help us because people are going to pay a lot of attention to these primaries and to see who emerges as the real front runner and the real candidate. So, you know, it's 6 of one, half dozen the other.
Ron Bonjean, Ed Espinoza.
We got a long way to go.
Thank you very much. And that is fair game today. More anger, more clashes on the steps of a government building where lawmakers are debating protesters' financial future. This isn't an Occupy rally I'm talking about. Do you know where this is going on? We're going to take you there next in Globe Trekking.
Coffee doesn't have vitamins unless you want it to. New Splenda Essentials no-calorie sweetener with B vitamins. The first and only one to help support a healthy metabolism. 3 smart new ways to sweeten. Same great taste. New Splenda Essentials.
This is Larry, whose long day starts with arthritis pain. And a choice. Take Tylenol arthritis and maybe up to 6 in a day. Or choose Aleve and 2 pills for a day free of pain. Happy chopping.
The 12-hour sale at Steinmart.
I love the 12-hour sale. 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
This Saturday. Tremendous savings throughout the store. You get up to 50% off of Steinmart's everyday low prices.
You want to make it to the 12-hour sale.
Steinmart. More fashion, less price.
Great sale. Let's go.
What's Massage Envy Spa? For me, it's healthy. It's a